for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
They run out of the gun to Brooks here. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Jonathan Brooks hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown. The Panthers are able to move back in front. Ryan Fitzgerald now to add the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
On first down, it's Benson. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Operating from the gun, Campbell. And he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 45-yard line.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Cardinals.
10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Campbell. That one complete downfield to Kirk. Touchdown, Cardinals. Christian Kirk. 44 yards. And the Cardinals have moved out in front.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm willing to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing, Young. He'll find McMillan here. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Now Young. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stuff. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. 57 yards rushing for him now to this point. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in four-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one.
65-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. Well, not too long ago, Charles, that would have been a new NFL record. But instead, it's shy of setting the record, which is 66, but still from 65 away, one of the longest kicks in league history.
And that puts him in elite company in the NFL. Only a few have ever even attempted that, let alone put it through the post. How about his moment? It came together for him, and he delivered.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Now they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Campbell. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. Operating from the gun, Campbell. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line.
The third down pass. Intercepted.
Ready up.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
First carry for the Oklahoma State man, Chuba Hubbard. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Ready. 50, green.
Young to throw it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Young now. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, on is Ryan Fitzgerald for the Carolina field goal. From the left hash, this from 37. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they have regained the lead. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off for Carolina.
So now after the field goal, Fitzgerald back out there to send this one away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Off play action. Campbell. Oh, a wide open receiver. It's Harrison. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Let's go now.
They run over center with Benson. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 49 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
That ball caught by Harrison. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Marvin Harrison Jr. with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Cardinals have yet again retaken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 5. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
On the double.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. On 1st and 10, it's Brooks. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 37 yards.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam, but notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Clock, 10.
Out of the gun, it's Young. Over the middle, it's complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now Young. They'll run the screen with Hubbard. Down inside the 10. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Here's Brooks. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
Ready?
Young. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they throw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Ryan Fitzgerald on for the Panther field goal.
And this one is right through. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with decent starting field position, there may be only a couple completions away from field goal range. That's complete. It's Adnan Mitchell. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A nice throw there by the 4th-round pick, and he earns his guys a 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Marvin Harrison Jr. on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Cards will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off for Carolina.
The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the 2nd half gets started. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the 2nd half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
They'll go again with Benson. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. A give left side for Benson. Oh, what a juke into space. Down to the 42, second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
It's complete to Mitchell. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 32-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Really an excellent run, sidestepping tacklers on his way to a pickup of 8.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Campbell now, off the play fake. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
They'll run with Benson. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. If they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Trey Benson from 10 yards out. And the Cardinals take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Carlson on for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
2nd and 10 now, third quarter from Charlotte. Looking to throw, Young. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And the Panthers first down.
Young to throw it. And this is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Set, ready.
To throw, Young. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Set, hut. Ready.
Here is Young. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it, and the Cardinals are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They'll start on the ground with Benson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
And he'll find some space up to about the 25. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he is caught. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Just past him at the 45. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 96 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now a play fake here on first down. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Second and 10.
Here we go, set. 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger. 18, Cardinal, 18, Cardinal.
Looking to throw. Campbell. Throw on the right side, complete to Harrison. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Set, go.
They'll try to run for it with Benson. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. And that one will skip out of bounds as the linesman will mark this thing right at the 15-yard line.
15-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's another
3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Here we go. Hut.
Young off the bootleg. This is caught by McMillan. And he's brought down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Young will set to throw. That's caught. It's the tight end Sanders. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 25-yard line.
16 yards. That's another Panthers first down.
Young. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Now here's Young. That is caught. McMillan with it. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Panthers get a bit closer. So a big play coming for the Panthers. They'll go for 2.
Here we go. Panthers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Young's going to throw for this. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. And that almost makes it a brand-new ballgame. Now it's a 1-score affair after they get the 2.
And you have to know they were holding their breath on the 2-point play because they had to have it to get it within the range that you just talked about. Dialed up their 2-point play. It worked. Now they're feeling like they've got a shot at this one.
Oh, what a move. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Campbell. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Back to throw now on first down. Goes right back to McBride. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
In motion left is Mitchell. Now Campbell. Off play action. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Campbell. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And his throw is going to be incomplete.
For plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to it? Maybe his rhythm is just off. He's got thrown off. He's going to have to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
Young to throw it. He's got his target. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep with the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down.
Ready. Hut.
It'll be Young again. Checks this down to Hubbard.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Here we go. Here we go. Red 38.
Now Young. Hard throw, incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Here we go, set, ready.
It's desperation time. Young on 4th down. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining.
Ready,
plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Young. Hold in here, Caldwell. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Brandon's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
50, green.
Here's Young. Throwing left side, it's complete. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Set.
Brooks going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
Come on, set. Ready?
Young to throw. And he's got it. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so. But it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
This is 3rd and goal.
Check. Here we go.
Brooks. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage with a flag down here to boot. So they may back up further. So a decision to make there. They decline the penalty as they'd rather force the 4th down. No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
Set. Ready. Ready.
Now Young. And he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown. And now a 2-point conversion. And we'll be tied here in the final minute.
Do they have one big call left? Here we go. The touchdown's massive, but now they've got to have 2 to possibly take this to overtime.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
Down.
Panthers will line up for the
52
2-point
Blues.
conversion.
Now Young. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the 4th. Huge, huge conversion there to tie this thing up, but they're not done yet. Their defense needs to get a stop.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time for the other team to come downfield and put some points on the board, but job 1 was taken care of. The 2-point conversion to get this thing tied.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. This is 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Campbell. He's got McBride. And some room to roam now. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. Now 1st and goal.
56-yard gain on the play. And the Cardinals first down.
A give. Here comes Benson. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it.
At this stage, you've got to hustle, got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
Benson. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They just likely won this thing in regulation. Carlson down to add the extra point. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Young to throw. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game. And a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had because those haven't been great. But they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be because From this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively.
This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So for the Cards, it's a win that was long overdue as they move to 1-6 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Carolina,